Hi FlossTube, I'm Rachel, Stitchy Rach here on FlossTube and on Instagram. It's Monday the 19th of December, and this is Flossmas 18 and 19. Hi everyone, how's it going? I didn't get round to recording yesterday. We had a really busy day. We headed off to London as a family to watch the snowman at Sadler's Wells, which was absolutely fab. I think all 5 of us enjoyed it. And then we had lunch in London and we got the train home. By the time we got home, the Football World Cup had started, the final, and I'm not that into football, but we just sat down to watch it because we were feeling a bit tired after our day out, and it was amazing. Oh, it was amazing. And then after that, and we'd had dinner and whatnot, and just ended up not being time to film, so, but we had a lovely day, so yeah, just didn't get there. And then today it's just been crazy busy. I can't believe it's now less than a week to go to Christmas. Oh, this room is still a mess. My parents were arriving on Friday and I expect to sleep in it, so I'm gonna actually have to do something about it, and I think I'm gonna start tidying up some of the Flossmas bits and bobs, and I might move the advents out of their boxes into just something that's a bit more containable so that I can start making some inroads here, because it's quite bad. It is quite bad. Yeah, so, yeah, just been doing jobs today. Haircuts, not mine. Children's haircuts, child at club. And then tomorrow I've got 2 children over for a play date. So it's shaping up to be quite a busy week. I am wondering how it's all going to get done. But I'm sure it will. I'm sure we'll get there. It always comes together in the end, doesn't it? Even if you know, a bit sleep deprived. So that's where I am. So with all that in mind, there hasn't been a lot of crafting since I last saw you. There's been a bit, and I will show that here, and I'll do the advents, and then I'm going to sign off. So I'll show you, I've got an old finish, which I'll show you, and then I'll sign off. So first things first, my Penelope pocket project bag. And I think you all know by now that what is in here is House on Pumpkin Hill Pin Keep. And House on Pumpkin Hill Pin Keep is finished. There we go. Fab. I think I finished that on Friday night. Friday the last time I filmed. Was it? Did I film on Saturday? Yeah, I filmed on Saturday, didn't I? And it wasn't finished then. So it must have been finished on Saturday night. There you go. So that's all done. Really pleased with that. I haven't signed it yet because I haven't fully decided how I'm going to finish it. And if I finish it at the pillow, I'll probably sign and date it on the back. But yeah, that one is done. So that is, I think, finish number 10 for this year. So good to have another one ticked off the list. And then yesterday, when we went up to London, I took my knitting on the train. So I took my Land of Sweets cowl. And I managed to finish colour 7, which was a lace work. I did that whole section yesterday. And then I started colour 8 today while I was in the hairdresser. Sorry, just kind of mentally not working there when I was in the hairdressers with my kids. So this is colour 7, this bluey one here, that's lace work, and I think that lace work section went better than the ones before, so I think I'm starting to get there with the lace work. And then this multicoloured stockinette section at the top is what I have been working on today. So yeah, it's definitely getting there. See if I can show you kind of the length of it. I'm really bad at showing knitting. Someone's got some tips for showing knitting. There you go. That's kind of where we are now. So yeah, it's coming together quite nicely. Hopefully I'll be able to film in daylight tomorrow and you'll see the colours of that a bit better. I don't know if there'll be any more knitting today. I don't know if there'll be any more crafting at all today. And then last night I after the kids were in bed and after the football had finished and whatnot, I did a tiny little bit of stitching on Seasons of the Heartspring by the Blue Flower. These were from the Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher magazine last year, 2021. So I didn't get very far on this, but this is where it is. So I did a bit of this flower stem here and I started some berries up here, but not a huge amount to show. This is stitched on 32 count 32 count Belfast linen in the colour Ravenscourt by Chromatic Alchemy Fabrics. It's stitched all the called for DMC. So maybe I'll get a bit more done on that tonight, but I'm going to have to wrap the stockings tonight. We'll have to make a start at least, because otherwise it's just going to be horrendous. So yeah, so that's that. Right, shall we do some advents? Let's have a look. Let's do a skein and a stitch today. So we were in a fade, weren't we? We're going into a kind of a yellowy colour. Right, let's have a look. This is number 18. This is a DK weight. Oh yeah, let me get some white because the colour in here is dodgy tonight. So there you go, as suspected, we're kind of now in the yellow part of the fade. So that's 18. And here is number 19. And yeah, and another kind of yellowy. There we go. Right. Let's do Lay Family Yarn next, because I'm really getting into this cowl and I'm really pleased at how it's taking shape. So, just a reminder that this is a fingering weight yarn. This is number 18. Ooh, it's like bluey green. Yeah, a bit more grungy, that one. Nice. This cowl is going to look amazing. And then number 19 is here. Slightly wonky sticker on that one. Doesn't want to focus tonight. There we go. Right, and this one, let's have a look. Ooh, it's another kind of multicolour one, like the one I'm knitting with at the moment, but just darker. I think that's got like every colour in the world in it. Nice. Cool. Okay, shall I show you my previous finish? I'm just gonna, sorry, in the interest of tidying up a bit, I'm just going to put that there. So this is my previous finish, and this is actually a finish last year. Last year? Yeah, last year. This is a finish last year, but it was started, I'm not entirely sure, but I think in about 2006. That's what it is. So I would say this is kind of the last one of my finishes that are kind of like the old style. So I think I bought this either in my last year at university or the year I started my first job. And I remember stitching on it. And I think the reason I stopped, and kind of was why the reason I stopped stitching for quite a while, probably 5-6 years. So this piece kind of was started before my hiatus. And then finished a long time after I picked up stitching and got really seriously into stitching. So the reason I think this piece was put down, I mean, apart from the fact that, you know, I was in my early 20s and I had quite a stressful job, which required me to travel a lot and work very long hours. So aside from all that, so it just wasn't a lot of time for stitching or any hobbies in my life, we got 2 cats. as kittens. We got 2 kittens, and I didn't find stitching with kittens very compatible back then, and I just wanted to play with the kittens, and I think that's why this got put down. And then it just didn't get picked up, and then the next time I really stitched anything was an alphabet sampler I stitched when I was pregnant with my eldest. So yeah, and then when I found this in a drawer or something last year, and it was kind of like, what do I do with it? Because really the only thing that needed doing, it had been left in the hoop for a long time. I don't know if you'll see in this light, but I think you can. It's got a terrible hoop mark down there. I don't know if I washed it, if I could get that out. I mean, I could wash it. It's all DNC. So it's got a terrible hoop mark because it was left in the hoop, and the Ada's filthy. But it only needed the back stitching doing. All the actual stitching had been finished. So I was like, oh, let's just go for it. Let's just finish. And I did, and I picked it up and I finished it last year. But I can't see that I would want to put that on my wall. Can you hear that? Can you hear everyone yelling downstairs? I think they're playing. I'm going to assume it's happy yelling. Door slam. Right, so that is kind of my last transitional finish. So everything post this has been started since I started stitching again. Following kind of my children. So yeah, I'd say last transition. Last one that kind of I really bought as a full kind of cross stitch kit. I think it's called Crocus Fairies. I don't think you can get it anymore. I don't think it's in print. Looks quite nice. There you go. Right, pop that down there with those. Let's do Patchwork Rabbit Advent. Amazing I've managed to not be spoilt on either of these. So this is number 18. Oh, and this is hard. I don't think that's floss. I think that's like a button or something like that. Let's have a look. Oh, they are thread winders. Can you see that? There you go, looks like bird-shaped thread winders in the bottom there. They're a bit difficult to see. I'll see if I can get one out. Mother of pearl blackbirds to hold your threads. Here we go. They're cute. Okay, pop those there. And then day 19. Oh, another thread, and this is Weeks Dye Works Candy Apple. Cool, so I'll add that to the thread ring. Right, so that is all I've got for you today, guys. I better go check that it isn't, in fact, World War III breaking out downstairs, but it is just playing. I think they've had the paints out as well. So I better go see what's going on, I suppose. Right, until tomorrow, guys. Bye.